Assertiveness. Women want men who are assertive but in ways that protect, not threaten them. Assertiveness means being protective, decisive, and formidable. It's about standing up against unfair offers or treatment. Why is assertiveness attractive? Aggressiveness and dominance are heritable and helpful to a man's success unless it is so extreme that you become a bully. Men had to be violent enough to kill animals to feed their families and strong enough to protect them from natural disasters, predators, rival tribes, and the mentally ill. Women find dominance more attractive than physical attractiveness. Their attraction to assertiveness intensifies right before ovulation, where they are especially attracted to dominant, assertive men who speak in a deep voice and have a masculine build. Women rate protective men, especially in romantic rather than work settings, as very attractive. Risk-taking is attractive to women, especially in short-term mating, because it shows you are willing to put yourself out there to protect a woman. How to improve your assertiveness. Develop practical real-world skills that deal with traditional obstacles of life. This will improve your protectiveness, hardiness, and formidability. Examples include learning how to run, climb, swim, sail, fly, use power tools, repair, survive in the wild, start fires, track, evade, navigate, read a map, or pick locks. Learn self-defense. It's hard to show verbal confidence in threatening situations if you do not have the physical skills to back it up. Learning martial arts in the modern world is more to cultivate the confidence to know that you could win a fight rather than to actually get into fights. Women can read if you can actually fight and defend them based on your confidence unless you are a great actor, which is tough. There are many different martial arts. Choose a practical one that actually helps in real fights. This could be Krav Maga, which is focused on surviving against weapons. Or it could be MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, or Muay Thai. Taekwondo might be avoided because it's more for show than practical use. How to have the right amount of assertiveness. Be dominant, protective, and decisive, but not to an extreme level. Make sure your risk-taking is about protection rather than immaturity and endangering your life or health. It's not just about having the ability to defend someone. It's about having the ability to do it effectively and decisively when needed. Show that you are willing to punish, ostracize, or stigmatize people who deserve it. Make sure you have that ability. Do not be overly protective to the extreme, especially when they do not need or want your protection. This can be a turnoff, especially in the modern world. Don't be overly possessive or assume she cannot take care of herself in situations she can. Honestly, it's hard. It's a delicate balance. What appears protective to one girl could be overbearing to another. You have to be able to assess if something is a real threat and accurately read the reaction of the woman. How to display assertiveness. Use nonverbal behavior. Take up more space, put your arms out, legs apart, and project competence, vigilance, and formidability. Make decisions quickly and get tasks done. Our ancestors had to act fast because if you did not, you were killed by predators. Showcase your fast decision-making. This could be something as simple as deciding and ordering drinks for everyone quickly in a noisy bar. Be sexually dominant. Shows aggressive ability and confidence, especially for women embarrassed to ask for it. Play sports. Aggressive sports show dominance and athletic skill in combat and warfare. Women perceive athletes as more energetic, ambitious, and competitive. Dance. The energy you display when dancing displays your formidability. I had to chime in here and also suggest verbal ways. In the office or in your personal life, stand up for yourself when someone is mistreating you. Start small. The truth about nice guys and jerks. When most people think of the word kindness, they think of the nice guy who never gets the girl. In reality, these nice guys are people pleasers who will do anything for a girl no matter how badly she treats her. Also, they are often only nice when it helps them. When people think about assertiveness, they may think of the jerk who seems to always get the girl despite being rude. They assume that women are attracted to rude behavior. But this is wrong. Women are turned off by the rude behavior, but put up with it because of other attractive traits like assertiveness and physique. You should be assertive and stand up for yourself or someone else who is unjustly being mistreated because it is the right thing to do when it's attractive. But avoid it being overly rude. Nice guys are kind, which is attractive, but they lack assertiveness, which is not attractive. Jerks are rude, which is not attractive, but they often make up for it with assertiveness. How to combine kindness and assertiveness the right way to become a tender defender. In any relationship with women, you will probably be in the tender mode 95% of the time and the defender only 5%. How you display yourself in the 5% will determine more of her attraction than the 95%. Avoid the dark side of assertiveness and kindness. Do these instead. As hinted at earlier, there are traits mistaken for assertiveness and kindness that you should avoid. They are often extreme forms. Avoid these because they repulse girls. Cowardice, submissiveness, indecisiveness, passivity, narcissism. Instead, be empathic, protective, generous, confident, decisive, ready for the unexpected. Here is a real-world practice to put it into practice. You go on a dinner date. You make sure she gets the seat with a better view. She always likes to demonstrate empathy. You let her order and you are decisively quick in your order. In fact, you chose where to eat quickly rather than play the endless "I don't know. What do you want to eat?" game. The server brings the wrong food and spills it on her dress. You picture the 3 choices you have. An overly submissive nice guy would do nothing because he is scared of making a scene. Your date interprets this as not courageous enough to protect me or does not care about me. She says she is happy eating the wrong dish, but is actually resentful. An overly aggressive jerk would be too aggressive too early. He blows up as if sewage was sprayed onto his wife's wedding dress. Rather than evaluating and deciding on an approach, he curses out the server, pushes him around, yells for a manager, and escalates the confrontation too much. Your date may at first be impressed by the decisiveness, but quickly realizes you are more focused on your rage than her protection. A tender defender politely but assertively gets the problem fixed. He assesses how his date feels. Is she willing to wait for the right order? Does she want the restaurant to pay for her dress? He makes sure the server is aware of his mistake without losing face, and suggests ways of correcting the errors in accordance with her feelings. It may be to wait for the order if she is okay with it or to ask for a free dessert as compensation. He might realize that she feels unattractive with the stains and assures her she looks gorgeous still. You intelligently choose option 3.